If you've been following my videos, you'll know that we've been renovating this area, which is part of our garden. We call it the crabapple area, mainly because of this John Downey crabapple that sort of overshadows the area. So this is the general view, and now let's take a closer look. We'll start at the back of the bed. This part has been planted up as a sort of an edge of woodland area, mainly because in summer we expect it to get shaded by the crabapple tree, although now we've pruned the crabapple tree, maybe it won't be quite as shaded as we thought. So in this bed we planted some native primroses, some snowdrops which have just about disappeared, and some native bluebells. Got a few flowers on the bluebells, but not very many as the plants are only quite young. Now you may have noticed that in among the plants are some empty plant pots. The reason they're there is because in end of summer, autumn time, I intend to plant some tete-a-tete daffodils in amongst the bulbs. And by then I would expect that the bulbs will have disappeared and I won't know where the gaps are. And so I thought if I put some plant pots in the gaps, that would give me an indication of where I could plant the bulbs. At the back I've planted some foxgloves from another part of the garden, and we've also got a Weigela Florida variegator which has been cut right back and is now regrowing. We've also got a skimmia that had the same treatment. That actually has some pink and white umbrals of flowers, but I'm not sure what the name of it is. I'll have to look it up. Then here I've planted out the anemone de Caen that were in pots on the patio and we just about have outgrown their pots. We've also got our cornus over there, which is, I think, elegantissima. It's got red stems in winter. And then another cornus here, not sure what the name of that one is. That one hopefully will have yellow stems in winter. And then we've just got an existing little azalea which has pink flowers. I'm not sure what that one's called. So let's move along the path. And at the very end we've got a skimmia that again was in a pot on the patio and had grown too big, so has been planted outdoors. Hopefully it will green up a little bit more now it's in open soil. The medlar tree, which was sort of hanging quite low over the bed, has been pruned back to give some space for planting underneath. Some of the plants that we've got planted here we've bought specially, and others were already actually in situ. So one of the plants that we've bought is the lupin over there, which was just called gallery purple, and then the phlox that was already planted here, and as was the astrantia over there. I think that's astrantia major. A big gap to fill yet, so more plant purchases are required. Here we've got a little clematis called, I think it's pronounced Pilu, and that's growing up some hazel boughs that came from the allotment. Over behind the clematis we've got some bearded irises, which were already in situ, and then in the gap over there we've got a new rose called Hot Chocolate. Another new lupin, that one's Gallery Pink. And then another astrantia, this time a new one, called something like Bright Starlight or Starlight Bright. The Japanese anemone was already in situ. And then we've got a leucanthemum, Broadway lights, it's a yellowy colour. The second new rose is Margaret Merrill, which is a white one. The roses were bought because they've also got good perfume as well as pretty colours. And then we have an astilbe called Unique Pink. And behind we've got some daylilies that were already in situ, and behind them another bearded iris. So let's go around the other side, past the little puddle pond, which needs a bit of a makeover. There's quite a few self-sown aquilegias in this part of the bed. And then we've got a couple of Euchera Purple Palace. A nice bud on that bearded iris. And the geum is Mrs. Bradshaw. There's some bees browsing the aquilegias. The pole is Martin's weather station. Got a large hosta just in the middle there, which we hope will survive slug attack this year. We always hope that. It's amazing what self-seeds we've got. Another self-seeded plant there, a little fern. Then we've got a Gilardia. The Dicentra's just about over now, which I know is now under a different name, but it's going to stay a Dicentra in this garden. Got another phlox just there. Alchemilla mollis. And a space for more plants. It's amazing how quickly this bed filled up over spring and summer. Thought we were going to have to buy a lot more plants than we did. Sorry about the noise. We've got a motorway not too far away from us, and the wind's blowing from that direction today. So that's where we're at for now. No doubt we'll come back and visit this area a few times over the course of the year. So thanks for watching. Bye.